Hey everyone, GameCube with Fries here with another collection video, and this time, this is actually going to be the last of my current collection videos, wrapping up my entire game collection. This is going to be a quick look at my PS4 collection. This is the most recent system I've gotten, so I don't have a whole lot of games for it. A lot of them are very recent releases, but this is definitely going to be updated a lot in the future. A lot of games coming out on this I'm looking forward to playing. So, start off with Alien Isolation, which was really surprising. I actually wasn't looking forward to this until right before it came out. And basically, if you like survival horror, you'll love this game. If you're a fan of the first Alien movie, you'll like this game. If you're both of those, you probably already have this game. This is terrific. It is a bit long. Like there are a lot of sections that feel like filler, but the parts where it puts you in an area where you have to avoid the alien and kind of like find your way around and worry about completing objectives and finding supplies while having this thing breathing down your neck, it's probably the most tense game I've ever played. It's absolutely terrific. Highly recommend this. This is actually also on the previous generation systems, I believe. Really, really, really surprisingly good game. Destiny, which is the new game from Bungie, who developed the Halo series all the way up to Halo Reach. This was a pretty big disappointment. I wasn't even one of the people who was really super hyped about this game, but I don't know. I feel like the story mode cuts itself off way too short. The post-game is just endless grinding for better gear. This was just... Ugh. This was a pretty big disappointment. I'm actually... I don't think I will, but I've been debating on getting rid of it. I'm still not sure, just because the PvP is really good. It actually feels a bit like Halo, not quite. I've been calling it Diet Halo. It's basically Halo minus a lot of the more varied stuff from that game's multiplayer, but... This isn't a terrible game. It's just too repetitive for its own good, and it really does feel like almost like Activision forced them to pare it back so that the rest of the content could be sold later as DLC or the sequels that their contract calls for. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna bite on a sequel. I'm definitely not pre-ordering it again. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of burned by Destiny. Diablo III, the Ultimate Evil Edition, which has both the main game and the Reaper of Souls expansion. I really enjoyed this a lot. I thought that the initial PC release of Diablo III was a very boring, overly easy game. You just point and click at things and they die. This one actually gives you some degree of control over the difficulty, and you can unlock even higher ones. So I actually really enjoyed this. There was some real challenge here, especially in the expansion act. Some of the expansion boss fights were honestly the highlights of the game for me. The loot system is a lot better. It actually gives you useful stuff. The game in general just feels better on a controller. Honestly, I'm not much of a PC gamer, and playing this on PC gave me, like, really fucking bad hand cramps. But I really enjoyed playing Diablo 3 on PS4. This is probably the newest game in my collection, The Evil Within, which I've been looking forward to for a very long time, and so far it definitely hasn't disappointed me. This is the new game from Shinji Mikami, the director of Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 1, and the Resident Evil remake, which are all some of my favorite games in that series, and this definitely feels a lot like Resident Evil 4. It definitely feels like kind of a spiritual sequel to that game. There are a few bits in this game that can be frustrating, and I'm at this one part in particular that feels kind of badly made, but as a whole, it definitely feels like that Resident Evil 4 sequel we never got. So if you're a fan of Resident Evil 4, like, you really should give this game a look. Infamous Second Son, which was actually the first game I got on my PS4. I wasn't really a big fan of what I played of Infamous 1, but I did really enjoy this one. I feel like it nailed the mechanics a lot better. The addition of more powers to play around with was fun. I liked collecting all the different just things around the world. I actually did 100% complete this, which I wasn't expecting to do. This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. Gotta hurry it up because my battery's dying. Knack, which honestly has gotten a lot. This is another game where, kind of like Resident Evil 4, it gets a lot of undue hate because it wasn't what people wanted it to be. I think people were expecting this kind of like spiritual sequel to Crash Bandicoot. And it has that kind of feel to it, but it's more of like a brawler. It feels like that mixed with almost some light Jak and Daxter elements. I personally really enjoyed this game a lot. It was really challenging, just a ton of fun to play through. And, I don't know, just this really sort of fun, simple, arcadey game. It's nothing earth-shattering, but I personally liked it quite a bit. And wrapping up my PS4 collection, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which I figured I'd just pick up on PS4. I had been meaning to play it on PS3, but I saw this for around the same price as the PS3 version, so I decided to give it a go. And it actually got me back into the Tomb Raider series. I went back and played some of the old ones again after this. This is a terrific action game. There's some exploration to it, that you can go around and collect additional things and complete bonus objectives if you want to. But I feel like just the combat mechanics and the weapons feel really great. The story's okay. It's nothing to write home about. I like how they still incorporated a lot of the supernatural elements into this. Like, I think that was done well. But the game is a bit easy, even on the hardest difficulty. Like, I never found it to be that difficult, but this is definitely a game I highly recommend. So anyway, that was my pretty small PS4 collection. Again, like my Wii U collection, it's going to be growing in the coming months. There are a lot of new games coming out I'm looking forward to. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.